Let's talk about a moment of quiet terror that every man who wants to be a good guy has experienced. I'm Oliver. I'm breaking the boundary paradox. Why saying no makes you more attractive. She asks you to do something you really don't want to do. Maybe it's going to an event you have no energy for. Maybe she makes a last-minute change to your plans. Maybe she makes a sarcastic comment that stings. And in your gut, you feel a clear, firm no. But you don't say it. Instead, a wave of fear washes over you. You think, if I say no, she'll get angry. She'll think I don't love her. She might leave me. So, you swallow your truth, put on a forced smile, and say, yes. This moment of quiet self-betrayal feels like you're keeping the peace. But what you're actually doing is slowly poisoning the relationship with your own resentment and, paradoxically, destroying her respect and attraction for you. You believe that being agreeable and always saying yes makes you a good, desirable partner. But what if I told you that a man who cannot say no cannot be trusted? The biggest mistake men make is thinking that women want a man who agrees with everything. What a woman craves is a man who is a rock, not a leaf in the wind. And a man without boundaries is a leaf. He has no core, no anchor in his own reality. This is deeply unsettling to the feminine psyche for three main reasons. 1. A man without boundaries is inauthentic. When you always say yes to please her, you are wearing a mask. You are not showing her the real you. A woman's intuition is a powerful thing. She can sense when your words and your energy are not aligned. She knows, on a subconscious level, that she is not dealing with the real person. This makes it impossible for her to truly trust you, because she never knows what you really think or feel. 2. A man without boundaries is unreliable. This sounds like a paradox, but it's true. If your yes is not a real, intentional yes, but just a way to avoid conflict, then your word means nothing. If you say yes to plans you don't want to be at, you will show up with resentful, low energy. If you say yes to a commitment you can't handle, you will likely fail at it. A woman cannot build a future with a man whose promises are dictated by his fear of disapproval, not by his genuine conviction. 3. A man without boundaries is a ticking time bomb of resentment. Every time you say yes when you mean no, you put a small drop of poison into your own soul. This poison is resentment, and it accumulates. Eventually, that resentment will either leak out as passive aggression, sarcasm, the silent treatment, petty acts of sabotage, or it will explode in a disproportionate burst of rage over something completely trivial. This makes you emotionally unpredictable and therefore unsafe. Before we learn how to set boundaries, we must understand the critical difference between a boundary and an ultimatum. An ultimatum is an attempt to control her behavior, born from fear. If you ever talk to that guy again, I'm leaving you. It is a threat. A boundary is a statement about your reality and what you will do to protect your own integrity, born from self-respect. I feel disrespected when you talk to that guy that way. I will not be in a relationship where I don't feel respected. An ultimatum says, you must change. A boundary says, this is who I am. Setting a boundary isn't about building a wall to keep her out. It's about drawing a line to keep your self-respect in. Most men fail here because they deliver their no with a side of apology or a hidden request for permission. Phrases like, I'd rather not go, if that's okay with you, are not boundaries. They are negotiations for your soul. A real boundary is delivered with a calm, neutral tone. No drama, no shouting, and most importantly, no over-explaining. When you justify your boundaries too much, you are essentially telling her that you don't believe you have the right to have them. Your no must be as solid and quiet as the ground she stands on. Now be prepared. When you first start setting boundaries, there will be resistance. If she is used to you being a doormat, she will try to step on you again just to see if the ground is still soft. She might get cold, she might pull away, or she might challenge your authority. This is the test. Her subconscious is checking to see if you are actually a rock or still just a leaf in the wind. So, how do you set boundaries like a confident, grounded man? Step 1. Use the calm, clear, and concise formula. A boundary should not be a dramatic emotional speech. It should be a simple, clear statement of your reality. The action plan. State your boundary calmly, without anger or apology. State what you will or will not do, not what she must do. Scenario. She wants to have a serious, heavy conversation late at night when you're exhausted. The nice guy response. Sighs, agrees, then resents her for it. The boundary response. Calmly. I can see this is really important to you, and I want to give it my full attention. But I'm exhausted right now, and I can't do that. Let's talk about this first thing in the morning when I'm fresh. You are not rejecting her. You are respecting both her topic and your own limits. Step 2. Don't JADE. Justify, argue, defend, explain. This is a powerful concept. Once you have calmly stated your boundary, you do not have to engage in a long circular debate about it. You are not a lawyer in a courtroom. Your boundary is your reality. The action plan. After you state your boundary, e.g., Sunday is my day to recharge alone, she might push back. Why? That's selfish. You don't love me. Your job is not to argue or defend your need for rest. Your job is to calmly and lovingly hold your ground. You can validate her feeling. I hear that you're disappointed. But you repeat the boundary. And I still need that time to recharge so I can be a better partner for you the rest of the week. Step 3. Be genuinely willing to walk away. This is the ultimate source of your power. A boundary without a consequence is just a suggestion. This does not mean you threaten to leave over small disagreements. It means you have cultivated such a strong sense of self-worth and purpose that you know deep down that you would be okay without the relationship. It means you are willing to walk away from any situation that consistently and disrespectfully violates your core values. This willingness is not something you say. It is something you are. It is a quiet confidence that radiates from you. When a woman feels that you are with her out of genuine choice, not out of a desperate fear of being alone, her respect and attraction for you will skyrocket. Boundaries are not walls that you build to push people away. They are the fences you build to protect the beautiful garden of your own self-respect. And it is only within a well-tended garden that a healthy, loving relationship can actually grow. A woman will never be able to fully trust or respect a man who does not first trust and respect himself. And saying a calm, loving no is the ultimate act of self-respect. When you learn to set boundaries with quiet, confident strength, you stop being a boy who is afraid of losing her, and you become a man she is afraid to lose. What is one boundary you've been afraid to set in your life? Share it in the comments. And if you're ready to build your frame of self-respect, make sure you subscribe.